Doug Thompson, we're here in the shop today and thought we'd make a fun little project, kind of a useful little project. A lot of times when you buy paper discs, if you don't store them correctly, if you just leave them in the plastic bag or the box, they'll cup and then they're pretty much useless. So what I have done, is I saw this at a shop, is to make just a little stand that will hold all of these down. So normally what I do when I buy them is I'll take them out of the package and I'll just flip them randomly up and down, and then just made a little top with a fastener here to tighten it all down. So I'm compressing this, so that's how they're stored in the shop. This is some 3/16 by 5. I'm gonna just go ahead and cut that at 5 inches by 5 inches. I'm watching this part of the blade and this side of the line to get a really good cut. I'm on what I would call the waist side of the line. So I'm gonna cut through and join that first cut. Now the next step is we've got to figure out our post material and our kind of collar material. So let me go over and see if I can get a piece of 3/8 inch square and some 5/8 inch real quick. We've got some 5/8. Got some 3/4 inch square. We can be generous with that length because if it's too long, we'll just trim it off. So I'll go ahead and cut this at 8 inches real quickly on the bandsaw. And then I'll cut this piece. I'll just kind of hold my finger on there and mark it. Make sure this is right. We've got our two plates, we've got our post, we have our bolt. We just need to have a little handle there to extend that. I think I need to make that about 3 inches long. I just need a little piece of 1/4 inch round bar. Make sure that's going to stay. So I want to cut this at 3 inches. So those are all our pieces. Now what we have to do is drill a clearance hole in the center of these two plates. I'm gonna drill a small hole here, then line up my faces, and then I'll just mark through, and then I know that I'm gonna be pretty close in terms of lining these up. It's not that critical on this project. Sometimes on other projects, it is critical. If it's super critical to have these two match, sometimes I'll even just tack this real quickly, and then drill through it. This is a pica pen. And it's has a pretty narrow end that you can get in there and just kind of carefully mark something. So you get a really nice mark with a pen that's like that. And I basically just use this pen for that move. Across the diagonal, that's 1/2 inch. So the next hole will be 1/2 inch. All I want to do is I just want to get some good alignment there. Clamp it down, I'll double check it. Yeah, that's good. Now we've got a square peg and a round hole. Now this is galvanized material, so I'm going to take that off before I make that weld. Okay. Sometimes if I'm going to weld something like this, I really don't want to have the current go through those threads at all, so I'll just put a little piece of wood or paper down there. next thing that we're going to do is make this little top part. And I'm going to drill a hole at the top of this so that when the plate is on like that, I can still tighten it up very easily, and I won't run the risk of the little handles hitting the top plate. So I'll drill that right about there. This is a 3/8 16 bolt, so I'll drill this out just a little over 3/8 of an inch for my first hole. I was trying to be as light as I could with that pressure. So a little bit of pressure here. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of silicone bronze right on that flat, just a little bit. I'll flip them as I go. And I'm actually, I don't want them lining up at all. So I'm turning it and flipping it. Because I want to be able to compress the entire stack.